In this video, let's talk about how Lotso turned Sunnyside Daycare into a prison for the new toys in Toy Story 3.
Ken! Everyone, listen! Sunnyside could be cool and groovy if we treated each other fair. It's Lotso. He's made us into a pyramid, and he put himself on top.
At first glance, Sunnyside looks like a dream come true for toys. When Andy's toys first arrive, it seems like a warm, welcoming place. A perfect spot for toys that just want to be loved and played with again. During the day, everything looks bright, colorful, and full of laughter. Kids are playing, toys are being used, and it all feels right. But once the sun goes down, things take a very dark turn. When nighttime hits, Sunnyside becomes something else entirely. It stops being a happy daycare and turns into more of a prison. And the one pulling all the strings, the one who's really in charge of this messed up system, is Lotso, the big pink teddy bear who acts all sweet on the outside but is completely different on the inside. Before Andy's toys ever got there, Lotso had already been running the place his way for a long time. Countless toys before them had come through Sunnyside, hoping for a second chance at being loved, but many of them didn't get that happy ending. They were stuck, mistreated, and eventually broken. Lotso made sure of that. Here's how he controls everything. He decides which toys go where. He makes sure that the new toys, the ones who just arrived, are sent straight to the caterpillar room. That's where the youngest kids play, the toddlers who don't really know how to handle toys gently. They chew, throw, and smash anything they get their hands on. It's pure chaos, and Lotso knows it. That's why he sticks the newcomers in there. It's like a punishment. Meanwhile, Lotso and his crew, his hand-picked group of toys, stay in the butterfly room. That's the room with the older, gentler kids who know how to play nicely. It's quieter, safer, and way more pleasant. Lotso makes sure he and his favorites always stay there, enjoying the good life, while the new toys are left to suffer. The worst part is, Lotso enjoys it. He gets a kick out of watching new toys struggle. At night, he makes sure the caterpillar room is locked down so nobody can escape. No matter how much the toys beg or try to get out, they're stuck. Lotso's not doing this alone either. He's got a gang of loyal toys who act like guards. They patrol the daycare, making sure no one steps out of line and no one escapes. It's all part of his twisted system. Keep the newcomers trapped, broken down, and hopeless until they're no longer usable. Whenever a toy didn't follow his rules or tried to go against him, he didn't just scold them, he punished them.
I think this potato needs to learn himself some manners. Take him to the box.
He'd send them to the sandbox, which the toys referred to as the box. But it wasn't a place to relax or play, it was more like a toy version of solitary confinement. That toy would have to spend the entire night locked inside the box, cold, uncomfortable, and totally cut off from the others. It was his way of making an example out of them. Meanwhile, the daycare office, a space meant only for the human staff, was taken over by Lotso for his own purposes. That's where he put the monkey, who acted as the night security guard. This monkey wasn't just some toy sitting around. It had creepy red eyes and could see everything. It would sit up there, watching the surveillance monitors and keeping an eye on all the security cameras placed around Sunnyside. If a toy even thought about sneaking away or doing something they weren't supposed to, the monkey would sound the alarm. Lotso had the whole place locked down, like a maximum security prison. And while all this was happening, he and his gang had their own little hideout inside the vending machine. That's where they'd hang out at night. They used it like a clubhouse, somewhere to gather, have secret meetings, and even gamble for fun. It was like their private lounge, away from the chaos they caused for everyone else. So there's no doubt that under Lotso's control, Sunnyside wasn't the fun, carefree place it looked like. It had turned into a full-on prison. He and his chosen crew were living in paradise, loved by the older kids, relaxing in their own private space, and doing whatever they wanted without consequence. Meanwhile, the rest of the toys were suffering. They were overworked, mistreated, and constantly watched. It was a system built to break them down until they had nothing left. But everything changed after Lotso's downfall. With him gone, there was no more dictator calling the shots. Sunnyside finally became the happy place it was supposed to be. Toys were free to be themselves, Play was actually fun again, and there was no more fear hanging over anyone's head. The new toys who arrived didn't have to suffer like the ones before them. They were welcomed with kindness, not thrown into chaos.